Welcome back to the channel, my spooky friends. Tonight we delve into the chilling world of ghost trains. Imagine, if you will, the piercing shriek of a train whistle cutting through the night only to find no train in sight, or the bone-chilling rumble of an engine as a phantom train speeds past, leaving behind an icy chill and the scent of decay. These are the stories that keep us up at night, the tales whispered in hushed tones around flickering campfires. So, lock your doors, close your curtains, and make sure you're ready to face the terrifying truth. Sometimes the things that go bump in the night ride the rails. Our first tale takes us to the desolate plains of the American West, a place where the wind howls its lonely song and the shadows stretch long and ominous under the unforgiving sun. It's here, in this desolate expanse, that the legend of the Phantom Express was born. Picture this: a lone traveler, weary from days on the road, stumbles upon a seemingly abandoned railroad track stretching endlessly towards the horizon. The sun beats down, a relentless furnace in the sky, and the traveler seeks solace in the shade of a dilapidated water tower. As the traveler drifts off to sleep, lulled by the silence of the plains, a sound, faint at first, begins to rise in the distance. A rhythmic chugging, accompanied by the mournful wail of a train whistle, echoes across the barren landscape. The traveler sits up, heart pounding, eyes scanning the horizon. There in the distance, a plume of black smoke stains the pristine blue canvas of the sky. The chugging grows louder, the whistle sharper, more insistent. A shiver runs down the traveler's spine as a sense of unease settles over him. This isn't right. There shouldn't be a train out here. Out of the shimmering heat haze, a locomotive materializes, its brass gleaming under the relentless sun. But something is wrong, terribly wrong. This is no ordinary train. The cars behind the engine are ancient, dilapidated, their paint peeling like sunburnt skin. And as the train draws closer, the traveler notices something even more unsettling. The windows are dark, empty, like vacant eyes staring out from a skeletal face. The train roars past, its speed impossible, unnatural. The traveler can feel the heat of the engine, smell the acrid stench of coal, and something else, something ancient and unnameable. The ground trembles, the air crackles with an unseen energy. And then, as quickly as it appeared, the Phantom Express vanishes. The sound fades, the ground stills, and the traveler is left in stunned silence. Was it real? A trick of the heat-addled mind, or something far more sinister? The abandoned tracks offer no answers, stretching silently towards the horizon, a testament to the unsettling encounter. The tale of the Phantom Express has been shared by countless travelers who have stumbled upon that lonely stretch of track. Some dismiss it as a mirage, a figment of overactive imaginations, but others, those who have looked into the eyes of the phantom train, they know the truth. Our next journey into the realm of spectral rails takes us to the bustling metropolis of Tokyo, a city that pulsates with life, a symphony of neon lights and ancient traditions. But beneath the vibrant facade, shadows stir, and whispers of the supernatural weave their way through the concrete jungle. It's here, in the heart of this urban labyrinth, that the legend of the Midnight Spectre haunts the city's intricate railway system. Imagine this: the clock strikes 12, casting a blanket of darkness over the city. The last train rumbles through the station, its departure marking the witching hour. The platform, once bustling with commuters, is now deserted, illuminated only by the flickering fluorescent lights that cast long, eerie shadows. A lone janitor, weary from his shift, gathers his cleaning supplies, the metallic clang of his bucket echoing through the empty space. He pauses, sensing a shift in the atmosphere, a sudden chill that cuts through the humid night air. He looks up, his gaze drawn to the end of the platform, where the tracks disappear into the black maw of the tunnel. A faint light flickers in the distance, growing steadily brighter. The janitor squints, his heart pounding against his ribs. A train emerges from the tunnel, its headlight cutting through the darkness like a malevolent eye. But this is no ordinary train. This train, sleek and black, seems to absorb the surrounding light, its windows dark, impenetrable. As the train glides silently to a stop, the janitor notices something truly unsettling. The train's interior is illuminated by an ethereal blue light, casting ghostly silhouettes of figures seated within. They are dressed in attire from a bygone era, their faces pale, their eyes hollow, fixed on some distant point beyond the realm of the living. The janitor stands frozen, his breath caught in his throat, as the doors of the spectral train hiss open. An icy wind sweeps through the station, carrying with it the scent of cherry blossoms and the faint whisper of ancient chants. The figures within the train turn their heads in unison, their empty eyes locking onto the terrified janitor. For a moment, time seems to stand still. The janitor can only stare, his mind rebelling against the impossible scene unfolding before him. Then, as quickly as it arrived, the train vanishes, swallowed by the darkness of the tunnel, leaving behind only the echo of its passing and the lingering scent of cherry blossoms. The janitor, shaken to his core, stumbles back, dropping his cleaning supplies with a clatter. He knows he's witnessed something beyond explanation, something that defies the very laws of nature. He has looked into the eyes of the midnight spectre, a train that ferries the souls of the departed to the afterlife. Our final destination on this chilling odyssey through haunted rails takes us to the mist-shrouded moors of northern England, a land steeped in history where ancient ruins whisper tales of bygone eras, and the wind carries the mournful cries of spirits unable to find peace. It's here, amidst the desolate beauty of the moors, that we encounter the chilling tale of the haunted locomotive, a rusting hulk of iron and steel that stands as a testament to a tragic past. Imagine this. A thick fog hangs heavy in the air, clinging to the moors like a shroud. The only sounds are the mournful cry of the wind and the distant bleating of sheep. It's here, on a stretch of abandoned track, reclaimed by nature, that the haunted locomotive rests, its iron bones slowly surrendering to the relentless grip of rust and decay. The locomotive, once a symbol of progress and power, now stands as a silent sentinel, its paint peeling, its windows shattered, its interior a tomb of twisted metal and shattered glass. But it's not the locomotive's physical decay that sends shivers down the spines of those who dare to venture near. It's the stories whispered in hushed tones by the locals that transform this hulk of metal into a spectre of dread. They say the haunted locomotive was once part of a grand passenger train, speeding through the night on its way to a nearby town. The passengers, a mixture of wealthy socialites and working-class families, were filled with anticipation for the journey ahead. They were oblivious to the fact that fate, in the form of a dense fog and a faulty brake line, had other plans. As the train sped through the moor, the fog thickened, reducing visibility to mere feet. The engineer, blinded by the impenetrable whiteness, was unable to see the sharp curve ahead. The train, its brakes failing, careened off the tracks, the sound of metal screaming against metal echoing through the night, a symphony of destruction. The crash was horrific, a tangled mass of metal, fire, and broken bodies. Many perished that night, their screams swallowed by the fog, their souls forever tethered to the site of the tragedy. And so, the legend of the haunted locomotive was born. Locals say that on the anniversary of the crash, when the fog rolls in thick and heavy, you can hear the mournful wail of the train whistle echoing across the moors, a ghostly echo of that fateful night. They say that if you listen closely, you can hear the screams of the passengers, trapped in their final moments of terror. And so we reach the end of our journey into the heart of haunted rails. If you enjoyed these tales of terror and found yourself clinging to your armrest, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more spine-chilling explorations into the unknown. And if you dare, share your own encounters with the paranormal in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, my fellow travelers on the rails of fear, remember to stay safe, keep the lights on, and always be mindful of the shadows lurking at the edge of your vision.